Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Comics and Consoles. I'm Barry White Hansen, as always, and with me is my co-host,
Winston Hodges. Yes.
Right there, yeah.
Unison.
Yeah, he finishes my sentences for me. That's
yeah. It's easy when it's my name.
We're that compatible.
Yeah.
And with me today, I brought Team Aretuza's junior manager, streamer, where we are 100% equal in Skellige playability in the game known as Gwent, determined by battle. The one and only JoshWitcher.
Hello, that's me. Hi, I'm here. I feel like calling me a streamer is giving me too much credit, but I'll let it slide this.
He did it once, guys. He did it once.
I did it for like a solid week. I was there.
That's awesome, dude. You were in the shit.
Yeah,
and Winston,
I was in the trenches.
Yeah.
And Winston, who did you bring with you this week?
Oh my gosh, I brought a very funny comedian from the DC, Maryland area that I've known for a few years. A friend of mine. I brought Christine O'Day.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice, dude. I'm excited.
All right.
Christine and Josh and Barry.
That's right. So we discovered that Christine is a big cyberpunk fan. So I figured this would be a good topic to start out with. Winston brought this to my attention, and I thought this was a great topic. So apparently an article recently came out that kind of delved into the rollout of cyberpunk and how much behind-the-scenes chaos was going on. Everything from crunch hours, when they said there wasn't going to be crunch hours, technical woes, the fact that it wasn't even playable at the beginning of 2020. What are our thoughts on that? Because I feel like I kind of called it that they rushed this out. I was one of those people that was like, they're rushing it because people want it, and it's going to be buggy. And sure enough, that's what happened. So what is all y'all's thoughts on this?
Yeah, I am weird because I bought it the day it came out. I play it on a base PS4. There's been issues, but like nothing that makes it unplayable. Like it'll crash every 5 hours and I'll be upset. And then I have to remind myself that not looking at my TV for a second every 5 hours is like it's not that bad. But yeah, I kind of feel like, I don't know, as someone who loves video games, I sort of feel like if you don't want crunch, every once in a while, we're going to have to be like pretty chill about some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think 90% of games are rushed out and are lies when they post the videos years and years before. Like, I think that's just part of the game. Like I was talking to Barry earlier, like I remember when Halo 2 first came out and like they announced it and it looked amazing and they said you could do all these things. And then the game came out and the game was still rad, but you couldn't do like all the shit that they said. And I was just 12 and angry. I just remember being mad and then looking back, I'd be like, they're great. Like it's amazing. Like now looking back, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. They remade. I don't know. I think they just rush everything out, especially when there's just too much demand for it. And like their whole advertising thing with the way they were tweeting about it and they pushed it back. I think people would have rioted if they pushed it back again. Like people were really angry about how they were doing it.
Right. Yeah. People were so mad when they pushed it back like the first time. And now it's like, I feel like there is a point where you just have to like bite the bullet and say, like they did, just release it. And it was pretty, not a great release, but I think that the good part is that they're not just letting it sit. They're actually like trying. They're very vocal about them, like working towards making it better.
Imagine if they were just like, "This is it, bitch.
This is it.
We're moving on to The Witcher 4. So fucking enjoy your buggy ass cyberpunk game.
Enjoy. You like polygons for NPCs? Well, you have them. There you go.
Yeah, here you go. I don't know, man. It's like I have yet to play it, but and I think I mentioned this last week. It is the staunchest, biggest difference between a review for the PC version of a game and the console version for a game that I have ever seen IGN do. It was like 9 out of 10 for the PC, and console's like 4 out of 10, unplayable, worst game.
Yeah, literally.
Worst game ever.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm kind of privileged in that sense because I have it on PC, so I don't run into like nearly. I still have like the occasional crash because it's still buggy even though it's on PC. But yeah, it is. It is certain. I certainly don't run into nearly as many problems as I've heard people on console. People just going crazy.
It's so strange. I know a couple people who have like really like they have good PCs and even they're having problems. And I don't understand why like a lonely base PS4 owner as myself has been blessed.
None of us do. None of us understand
That
it.
makes no sense.
It honestly doesn't. I'm afraid to get it because like, I'm afraid I will get it and then I will need to get a new. Like I'm afraid it will make me the type of angry that it's like I gotta buy a PS5 now. It's like it's what I have to do. I have to find one and get it. What are Christine? Like, what are your thoughts about like? Do you enjoy? Are you someone that enjoys buggy games? Like, do you kind of get off on the meta-ness of like a game that's kind of buggy and it's like in a silly way, or in general, this is just like the rest of the game is so good to you that you can overlook it?
No, I'm like the opposite. I hate any kind of, I'm like a really like emotionally wrecked of a person. Like I don't handle anything. I don't handle anything well. I just haven't really like encountered anything that's that bad. And I say this a lot, but it's like a lot of the things that I encounter from this game is like things that we've been putting up with from like Bethesda for years.
Yeah.
Some reason people act like Cyberpunk is so much worse. I understand crashing is bad, but like little like buggy, like when a person falls through like the earth, it's like how many times have we seen that in like a Fallout or Elder Scrolls game, and nobody cares for like no reason.
Yeah,
right. I think that's like one of the better. That's actually a really good way to describe it. Like, because I've been it's we put up with bugs in some games, but not others. I think like. In Cyberpunk, it's bad because like it's been in development for like it was in development for like 9 years, 11 years. Yeah, and then obviously got pushed back so long that like I can understand, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm just a pushover when it comes to this. So I'm like, I'm good. Just give it to me. I just want to play it. I just want to explore. I just want to live here.
Yeah, so this is what I need to be in this game.
Yeah, I have
like this real world is so bad. I need to be in a buggy make believe.
Literally. I don't care if I jump onto this vending machine and get rocketed 90 feet backwards. I don't care as long as I get to not be in real life. I'm good. I'm solid. That's all I need.
Yeah, I know it's not the same, but I've always think it's like interesting how like. Something like a bug can like ruin a game for somebody, but then like even though it's not technically a bug, you can play Breath of the Wild and you can do things that you're not supposed to do, like freeze something and smack it 100 times, and then people are just like, I'm riding a rock.
Yeah. It's even worse. It's like the things like if you've ever seen like I don't think you have, but if you want to see like those weird glitchy bug things, like just look at like a speed run for Breath of the Wild. They do like the weirdest shit in the world. Like you explode a bomb to like explode another bomb to bounce into your back to send Link flying 1,000,000 feet forward. It's like if you can live with that. I feel like you can live with like, the NPC takes like 30 seconds longer to load than you would have.
Take a little bit longer. And it's like and I think that this is all going to be a moot point in a year when the fucking Cyberpunk Game of the Year edition comes out. Yeah. And it's going to look amazing and people are going to be like, remember when that game sucked? Because we talked about it. We talked about it last week. It's like that's what No Man's Sky did. Apparently it took them forever, but they have delivered on what they promised. It just took an extra year.
76 was the same way. It took 2 years, but it's actually a playable game now and it's fun.
Right. And I think that's like the real thing is like people are just so like, I want my game now. I want it. Yeah. That they get so in a frenzy that they're like, they just can't deal with like, why isn't it perfect? It's like, well, it's not as easy as just, snap your fingers and it's fun. Right. It's I wish it was just that easy, but
yeah, agreed.
in all of these situations, I'm fascinated to find out what the relationship between the development team and the marketing team is in these. They probably aren't.
They saw that reveal at E3 and were just like,
Ooh,
well, that's. And someone's just like, that's not our game. This one dude that's like, who worked on that? That didn't work. or they're watching it and it's like the preview trailer and they're watching E3 and they're like, oh, dude, this game looks amazing. What is it? And they're like, oh, shit, that's our game.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Oh, no. Oh, God, did that say fall 2020? Shit. I sure hope a pandemic doesn't happen.
Yeah, right.
We have a smooth development cycle.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh shit. That is It's so like I haven't read the IGN. I saw it on my timeline and I just like I don't know.
I feel like such a dweeb because I get updates on my phone just from news sites, and it just literally was like I got like a text and I was like, "Is this an Amber Alert?" And it's like, "No, Cyberpunk development team says it wasn't the game. They faked it." And I'm like, "Ooh, spill the tea, development team."
Well, at least that notification we would actually do something about. I'm not going to go looking for it.
Not at
all. No job.
Yeah. Swipe away on that Amber Alert. Okay.
Oh my god!
And speaking of devs, I don't know if you all saw, but EA lost the rights to exclusivity to Star Wars games. They just recently announced that Ubisoft will be the first company to make a new Star Wars game, and it's basically going to be under the umbrella of Lucasfilm Games, to where other developers can do it. It's not just one dev working on any Star Wars project. It can be like two, 3 different companies working on games at the same time.
Yeah, fuck EA.
God. Yeah. EA sucks.
Like
EA.
straight up. It's like go fuck yourself in general. It's like just so complacent over sports titles. We're like, and I don't know. I have my issues with EA, which sucks because they have historically made some of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
But it's just I feel like they got so big that they just feel like they
Don't
can
give a shit.
treat people however the fuck they want to treat them, and it's like that's not how this works, dude.
Yeah.
So good, fuck them. Ubisoft will do a great job.
Yeah,
I just
they'll
hope
do
it's not
stupendous.
a Assassin's Creed reskin. That's all I'm hoping.
I mean, to be fair though, Fallen Order was just Dark Souls with lightsabers, and it was fucking great.
Yeah,
so
true.
who knows? Maybe it'll be good. Who fucking knows?
But yeah,
Christine, do you like Star Wars? You a Star
No.
Wars fan at all? Not at all, or just like indifferent to it, or is it just like?
I watched the original movies when I was a kid, but yeah, there's too much work in.
Yeah. That's
Well,
fair.
it's an extended universe. It's like, well, now it's like extra homework or something. Like,
totally.
easy to be a fan of. Like, I want.
Yeah.
It is a
it's
toxic
definitely-
fandom.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's that's the problem with when you get like a fandom that's more than like 10 people is like.
Yeah, everything I like has the worst fans. Like I can't like Rick and Morty's great, worst fans on earth. All right, pro wrestling, some of the worst fans who've ever existed. Gaming, you guys are the worst. You people watching this are the absolute worst people on earth. It's so crazy to me, dude. It's insane. They're gonna fucking Gamergate Christine when she's off this thing because she said she liked Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I think that there's going to be some backlash against women gamers because will probably pick female characters, and we actually got to fuck Judy. We picked a male character. Yeah, she took me to her beach house. We did whatever we could do to each other,
Whatever.
We call
That's
progress.
awesome.
Yeah,
amazing.
that's fair. Yeah. Taking steps.
I think it'll be good, man. I think Ubisoft will do a good job. They make good. They make good games, and I feel like they'll give a shit about the franchise. Because I think the last Star Wars game that I enjoyed playing is I really liked The Force Unleashed.
Yeah,
I think 1 and 2 I thought were both pretty fun, and I was like. Using the force powers, I was like, yes, go get thrown against the wall, you little bitch. It's like, this feels so good.
Picking up and juggling a stormtrooper in the air 100 times before finally letting him die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I want is just like I just want to feel like a fucking god.
Yeah.
I don't care if like I'm the bad guy or the good guy. I just want to like fucking electrocute people.
Yeah, just destroy
Maybe
them.
I'm evil, but whatever. It is
A
what it
little,
is.
but that's okay, dude.
We all have our crosses to bear in this life.
That was my favorite thing about Infamous. It was like I actually feel like I have
Yeah.
superpowers.
I love that
Mhm.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, having power in a game where you actually feel powerful I think it is very difficult to make someone feel incredibly powerful, but also feel like there's a level of difficulty to the game. And like games where they do a really good job of scaling up and like I felt that way about like Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor. Like there's so many upgrades you can eventually get that you're basically unstoppable. And then when you get to that point, you're like, I have earned this, and you're just killing orcs, and you're like, I am a fucking god.
I'm the fucking best. Yeah, I feel like that's the point. That's the whole like importance. Like as long as you like work for it, fucking go crazy.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
My problem is when it's just like when it's hidden in like loot boxes and shit. Then I'm like, oh fuck off.
Loot boxes are evil. They're wrong.
They are. They're just when a loot box is in like a single player mode, it's just it's wrong. It feels dirty.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I feel gross.
You feel nasty afterwards.
Yeah, it's just
used and abused.
Yeah, I'd have to take a cold shower afterwards. Just
yeah, loot boxes make me feel like a little slut.
You paid $50 for this. You better fucking enjoy it. Oh, gross.
Well, that was what always killed me about Battlefront was you would get the game and you're like, man, my aim is terrible. And they're like, oh, well, you just got to open 16 loot boxes and get the aim perk, and then you'll be better.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
That's it? Like,
oh, cool.
The perk for aiming. Get out.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember I tried to play, I bought Battlefront 2, and I tried to play it, like the new one, and it was just like, oh god, like the menu was cool. I liked the menu looking at the characters, and then I tried to play and it was just like the laggiest experience I've ever had.
Great menu.
Solid menu.
Top 10 menu all time. Everything else.
It was spectacular. The music was great. I got to look at the character models. That was pretty cool. I got to put them in different like sweatshirts and stuff. That was pretty cool. But that was pretty much my whole experience. So I'd probably give it like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Pretty good. Yeah.
With bang the menu.
And it's on this show that we announced Josh Witcher's new job as lead reviewer for the menu screens at IGN. Congratulations, Josh.
Yeah, pretty solid. I've been playing some Dark Souls 3 lately. Their menu is, it's only okay. I feel like they could have added some things in the background. I'll give them like a 7 out of 10. Yeah.
7 out of 10 menu.
The music's good. That's really the saving grace.
Oh man.
So I don't know how many Mortal Kombat fans we have, but they announced a new Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh god.
Trailer looked kind of good. Are we still excited about video game movies? Is it still like?
Are we?
I am. Hell yeah, dude. I want to watch that fucking Monster Hunter movie, dude. I don't give a shit. Let's do it. I don't give a fuck, man. Make another Resident Evil.
Bad.
It looks awesome. What are you talking about? Y'all are just jaded. You know what the Monster Hunter movie isn't? It's not buggy.
That is true.
CGI looks great.
Yeah.
All right, 4K, 60 FPS, big screen. Mila Jovovich, so hot.
Okay. I mean, I feel like there was one good video game movie, and it was obviously the Super Mario Brothers.
Oh god,
that was just
dude. It's going around. It's going around the internet now. I've seen several articles where people are like, "We have to admit that." That the Super Mario Brothers movie was a good movie. It apparently has aged well.
Yeah,
really.
I liked it as a child. I remember watching it as a child and being like, "This isn't like Mario, but this is cool."
Yeah. I think I had like the same experience.
Yeah, and then I got older and I was like, "I was an idiot."
What the hell was I thinking?
What is wrong with me? I like the Mortal Kombat movies. I like those. I loved all the Resident Evil movies. They're just my perfect level of these are stupid. awesome zombie movies. Like this is I'm really on board with this.
They
But I think it'll
surprised
be
me.
good. I think the Mortal Kombat will be good, man. Because it's like that. Because who was the guy? Because there was that one Mortal Kombat thing that came after the first two movies that was like the web series type of thing, where the guy was just making fan videos or whatever. Is it Con? I don't remember what it was called. But those were rad.
Mhm.
And if they can take that and give me, plus it's supposed to be R.
Yeah.
Which means real fatalities.
Yeah, I feel like you have to though for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but the
Like
first
anything
one
less would
PG-13.
just be a disappointment.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just a disappointment.
I didn't think
That's
the
not
first
really
one
the
was
whole
bad
experience.
though. The second
Dude.
one was like a bad college film. Like it was
Dude, it
just
was
really poorly done.
Dude, the second one they snapped Johnny Cage's neck in the first 4 minutes of the second movie.
Jesus
I
Christ.
was like, yeah, brother, this is what I want. This is awesome.
Jeez.
Oh, what about you, Christine? Do you like any video game movies? Are you excited about Mortal Kombat? What are your thoughts?
Ever watched a video game movie? I know that the relationship between video games and movies has been
Awful.
strenuous. Yeah.
Yeah. A rocky relationship to say the least.
Yeah. Well, there was like one guy, Uwe Boll, who made like 7 bad video game
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Blood
Made like
Rain,
a bunch of them.
Island of the House of the Dead, I think. It was like 3 or 4 other ones that are just terrible. And he's just an awful director.
Yeah, and I think he like admitted that like, oh yeah, they were not great movies, but he made them anyway.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Something
You haven't
like
seen
that.
either of the first 2 Mortal Kombat movies? You gotta, yeah, you gotta. You don't like movies? Okay, well that's
It's
fair.
exhausting. I had to sit in one place for an hour and a half.
I get that. I get that.
I
You just
agree
talked
with
about how you would stare at your
100%.
screen for 5 hours.
Yeah,
No, I do not. You literally just said that you would sit.
I'm fighting crime.
That's a bad argument.
That's
That's a
true.
bad
Rage.
argument. That is a bad 5.
But like when you're like playing the game, you're like moving around while you're here. Like if you're moving around in the movie theater like this, then people are gonna think you're fucking weird.
You have to lean forward every once in a while.
Right.
There's a
Yeah,
hard
you get really
Yeah.
into it.
Okay, you do like
Activate
half
your
a
power
crunch,
stance.
half of a sitting crunch. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you act. It's the power stance. It's like when Ash Ketchum flips his hat around.
Yeah,
You
it
know he's
is.
going hard. He's
Yeah,
really
okay.
he's now.
These people about
That's when you. Yeah, when you walk into a room and a gamer is leaning forward in their seat, just walk away. It's not worth it.
Okay. Do the Pokemon movies technically count as video game movies, right?
I wouldn't think so because they're based off.
Well, no, because those are based on the anime, and
Yeah.
like the anime and the video game universes are separate. You know.
But what
So I
was
feel like they
but
don't.
what preceded what? Did the game come out before the anime? Because then the anime is technically a video game anime.
Oh God, you're asking the tough questions now because I'm not an old guy, so I don't know
Let me
this.
see.
Yeah, and I'm an old guy. I just can't remember what came. I remember because in my head, I remember enjoying them at the same time, but I
Yeah.
don't know if that's accurate because I
feel like they were
was a
close
child.
enough. I feel like they were close enough to where I legitimately can't remember.
Oh, all right. So
Um,
the game was first, and then the anime.
The game
I
was
just looked
first.
It up.
Okay.
Okay, but what?
We
But
have-
what? But did the trading card game come before the video game?
Ooh,
Mhm.
that's fascinating.
That's the real question. So did
Says-
they make a video game based on the trading card game? Then they
Trading-
made an anime based on the trading card game based on the
Okay,
Video game.
trading card game is 96.
96. So
97
that came out
was
after the
anime.
game, after the video game?
Yep, it was created in 1995. So the game came.
Wow. That's such a weird, that's an interesting
Yeah,
way to
that's-
do it. I honestly wouldn't have expected
But
that.
all close enough to be because
Yeah.
if it had
right.
just been a game with no trading card and no anime, it's still a crazy popular thing. If it had just been
Absolutely.
an anime, it would crazy. It's 3 incredibly popular things.
Yeah.
that are
Just mushed it all together.
one giant media franchise.
Yeah.
which
I
is,
mean, I think like the first game I ever remembered playing was Pokemon Diamond on the Nintendo DS.
wow.
Solid game.
I got Red for Christmas. I think
Mm.
Christmas of 96, whatever the first year it came out, 95 or 96 is when I got it. And I would remember at first being like, "This is lame," and then like 3 weeks later, I went back to it and was like, "I am obsessed with this."
I must keep going. Yeah.
What is
I know.
corporate, man? I
let's
watch.
do corporate?
I appreciate art. You know.
Digimon's cool too. I'm not gonna shit on Digimon. Yu-Gi-Oh sucks. But
what? No, Yu-Gi-Oh was the best. It's
Yu-Gi-Oh.
time to do. Oh, come on.
Dude,
Let's kick this duel into overdrive. Are you kidding? The anime was
trash, dude.
The anime Yu-Gi-Oh was the best. The trading card game, I could take it or leave it, but the anime, solid. Let's settle our grown-up debates in a children's card game.
That's what I remember watching the anime and being like, oh, the show is just them playing the game.
Yeah,
like, imagine if the Pokemon anime was people walking around with red and blue linking up Game Boys with the link. Where's your link cable?
Yeah, right. I would pay to watch that. I'm not gonna lie. That would be
Digimon
awesome.
slaps though. I think Digimon's super underrated.
I liked it because they had personal relationship with their digital monsters, as opposed to Pokemon, where it's just you just have all these rats and balls. And it's like,
Okay. All right. First of all, Pikachu never went in the Pokeball, so that is. Let's go ahead and.
They're all rats, dude.
Oh my god.
There are a large number of rats. I will be honest. They are very interested in rats and mice.
Dude. Rattatas.
Mm-hmm.
Pikachu's.
Raticate. Pikachu. There's like a million.
Yeah, Pikachu's a rule, dude. That's crazy. Not a big Pikachu, not a big Pokemon fan, Christine. That is. I'm assuming because you have so many like cute plushy things at your house that it's like Pokemon is perfect for that. Like it's right in your oeuvre of like having because you got like what 150 Squishmallows or some absurd number like.
Oh wow.
And I don't have 150, but I do have enough to make it uncomfortable to bring men over.
I remember I came over and slept on her couch and it was literally like I was like there are so many and she's like they have names and she's like we bonded. It was so nice.
I use my car keys all the time because it's just like usually under like piles of these stuffed animals. Like it's less functional as a person. Yeah, I don't remember ever watching. Was Pokemon something that was on like cable or was that on
like Fox? For me, it was on the Fox affiliate.
Okay.
Yeah. So Fox 35, Richmond, Virginia, from 2 to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can watch Pokemon, and then it switched to WB, and now I don't know what it's on. Like I don't know what's it's like Cartoon Network maybe. I don't know.
YouTube.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, I know like they have their own app now. I don't know if like all the or whatever. I don't know. I think I have it, but I don't use it.
What I want to know is what adult over 18 with a credit card is like. I'm subscribing to the Pokemon only app. That is.
There's a lot.
hey man! But their movies are bangers, and they even got like the original Pokemon movie on there, which I would watch. Mewtwo, he will snap your neck in half.
I saw that in theaters like 3 times.
Yeah,
when I was a kid, I went and saw it in theaters like 3 times. I loved it. I was like, this is amazing. This is everything I've wanted. Pikachu's so big. Oh man.
Well, speaking
what
of
about
movies,
Detective Pikachu?
Oh, that was so good.
Did you watch that?
Counts. That
I
counts.
mean, does it count? Yeah, it's literally.
But it's a mystery film. It's not.
But there's a Detective
about...
Pikachu game.
There is a Detective Pikachu game. I have not. I want to play it.
Have you seen that movie, Christine?
No, my friends saw it. I don't.
When was the last movie you saw? Let's break this down. Like, what movies do you like?
Last time I saw a movie, I do not remember.
Oh my god!
Why would you watch movies when TV is a thing?
What?
Movies come on TV.
You can watch like a show. I don't like to get tied down. All right, I live a very fast and wild.
Shows have hundreds of episodes.
Yeah.
I feel like you're tying yourself more down. With
Your arguments are bad. I don't have time I don't have time to sit down and get tied down to something for an hour and a half. So instead, I play video games for 5 hours a day and watch The Wire. That's what.
I don't remember the last movie I saw.
That's wild.
Damn.
Damn.
Pay attention. I would rather watch a show that I've seen like 5 times so that I don't actually have to pay attention. I can just sort of stare at the wall and
that's kind of fair. Just kind of veg out and vape.
Yeah.
Just kind of blow sick clouds.
Oh no, wait. The last time I watched a movie was at your house. It was Blade Runner. Didn't pay attention.
Oh, that's right. You did come over and watch Blade Runner with Ross.
I did not. I didn't absorb anything in that movie.
That's awesome. What were you gonna say, Barry? I cut you off.
I was gonna say, speaking of video game movies. Apparently, I know you're not a Metal Gear fan, but apparently there was a Metal Gear fan-made film that was so bad that no Metal Gear fans acknowledge it. Like, somebody
That's
made
awesome.
a post about it in a Metal Gear forum I was in, and people were just replied, "We don't talk about that movie."
Link me to that, because Metal Gear fucking sucks.
I feel like I've tried to get into, but it's just like it makes no sense. I've tried, and I can't understand it.
It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
It is the haiku of gaming. So you have to look at the format and the formation of the words.
you have to interpret it over like many years, let it stew.
Yeah. You play Metal Gear at all, Christine?
No, I think it looks stupid.
Thank you. There we go. Unanimous.
We have
Metal
yet
Gear.
to have a guest on this podcast that likes Metal Gear.
My God. Yeah, bring somebody on. Bring them into the.
I'm trying to get figures on here and just
bring
make
him
it
in here.
all Metal Gear.
Because I'm sure he'll have countless good points that I can't refute, and I will just say, "Nah, man, this shit's dumb." The ultimate argument. It just doesn't look appealing to me. The only Metal Gear game that looked cool was that Revengeance one, the one that just looked like a hack and slash beat 'em up.
It was not a Metal Gear game at all in my
right.
I was like, this looks sick. It's like Metal Gear Dynasty Warriors. So I was like, let's do this, dude.
Hell yeah.
I'm on board. What else are
They
you
literally
playing,
made
Christine?
that game the worst character of the series. The character that nobody liked, they were like, let's make a whole game with this
What's
guy.
like Raiden? It's Raiden, right?
Yeah.
I wish. Yeah. What are you playing now, anyway, Christine? Just Cyberpunk?
Well, I'm still playing Cyberpunk, and I'm doing like everything in it. It's taking a long time.
You're gonna
Like-
be there
like-
for a long time.
How many
So
hours
much
have you
to do.
put into it? Do you think?
I don't.
Honestly,
There were like so many times where I was like staying up till like 5 a.m. on a work day to like play more. It was like legitimately ruining my life. But like, so I, as a palate cleanser, I got Luigi's Mansion 3 to just have something that's like a little less like intense.
Yeah.
So
How is
I
it?
finished that like last week or something.
was it good?
I loved it. It was, I don't know if you played the other ones. I've only played the second one.
I've only
and,
played the first.
It was better than I thought it was. You
Yeah.
played the first?
Yeah, I played the first, and I remember liking it as a kid because I got it when I got the GameCube. What about you, Josh? You ever play any of the Luigi's Mansion game?
Yeah, I played the first one on GameCube as well. Though the GameCube was technically before my time. We had one, and I played the GameCube one, but I was like so young that like I didn't know what to do. I was a stupid kid, so I was just like, "Oh, these ghosts don't go in my vacuum. I don't understand." So I should go back and play it now that I'm a stupid adult. So I'm like somewhat more aware of how to do things.
I like
Good.
get embarrassed when I can't find like the gems. I'm like, this is a game for children, and I'm like, not smart enough.
I get that.
Yeah, I'm playing. I got the Super Mario 3D All Stars.
Oh, I
guess-
played like last month.
Yeah, I just snagged that like maybe a week and a half ago, and I've been playing Super Mario Galaxy. Like that shit is going out of fucking style. I was like, hell yeah, and because I haven't played that
Yeah.
since the Wii came out, and I remember not getting super sucked into it, and now I'm playing it. I'm like, this might be my second or third favorite Mario game of all time.
It's so
It's-
whimsical.
It's very good. Like it's
Yeah.
just really fun, and the worlds are fun, and it's rewarding to get a star. I don't know. It just everything about it is it's tickling all the reward centers in my brain. And usually I don't try to complete a Mario game to get all the stars. I'm at like 80, and I'm like, I'm gonna get all 120 of these pieces of shit. I'm gonna get them, dude. I believe.
Yeah,
So,
the 64 one, because I got the bundle. The 64 one, I didn't get a single star over the required one. Like the bare bullshit. Like he keeps falling through that. That's when you mentioned about like whether or not I like glitches and stuff. I had flashbacks to Mario 64, and I was like, what shit. Like, Sunshine, I liked, but there was a couple ones. There's like one where you have to ride Yoshi on a boat into a island.
yeah.
Like I'm an adult, man. I don't have time for this.
The level I remember from Sunshine, because that's my favorite Mario game, is the or at least my favorite 3D Mario game. Like, there's like a pachinko machine level where like
Yeah.
that one I remember as a child being like, yeah, this one's not happening. No, spending else. It's the type of thing where like I'm someone that's like, my rage quitting is I'll play something so much that I have to walk away from it, and then I will have to be away from it for so long that I come back and I don't remember how to play the game. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play a new game now. Like this one, and I was like, I did not want to do that with this Mario game. I was like, nope, we just need to step away from this level and just let someone else better at this game than me beat it, because I am a small child.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that game.
So Galaxy did not beat out Sunshine for top.
No, dude, I really love Sunshine, man. Like I played it as a kid. I think it's just so unique. Like I really love the water. Dude, I love the little jetpack. I loved having the water on my back and cleaning stuff up, and like Al Delfino or whatever the name of the place is just so bright. And I love the central hub world and stuff, and it's just fun to like just be in the water and just kind of be like blasting your way around the water. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna play it after I play Galaxy, and I'm sure playing one right after the other, I will find out that Galaxy is the superior game. But if I do, I'm not gonna tell anybody, because of course, I have to hold on to my opinions.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So Christine, you said you were more into shows, and you are a PlayStation player. What do you think about the Last of Us TV show that they announced? Is that something that you're interested in watching? Were you a Last of Us fan?
Oh yeah. Okay. So I loved the first one. The second one I had a lot of issues with. Not like the way that other people, like, I'm fine with the fact that like Joel died. That was fine, but I don't know, the story, and like the story for the second one is the one that kind of bummed me out about, the game. So I'm not really sure how excited I would be about a show, but I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the first game. I hadn't played the second one yet, so thanks for the spoiler. But I did. but
dies yet after all those?
No, I ignore things.
Oh.
Well,
I ignore things. Also, I'm
anymore.
someone that spoilers do not affect my enjoyment of something at all.
Mm-hmm.
He dies. The game starts with him dying.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't affect me at all. Like, I'm somebody that's very much like, if you spoiled something for me, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's kind of lame, but I can like
move past.
I'm not going to not enjoy a thing because someone has told me the ending. It's like it's like I can still enjoy this journey just because
there's still a journey to take. It's not like it's invalidated.
It's only in movies like Shutter Island where literally the twist is the whole movie. Like the rest of the movie is boring. And
I agree. You're right. That's very different. That is different when the entire premise of the film is that it's a giant lie.
Yeah, like something like Us or like Get Out. Like, it's like you don't want to know the ending because then that just takes away from the whole film. Like,
yeah.
I remember walking in on my brother and my cousin watching Fight Club, and it was the last 15 minutes, and I was like, oh, that's funny. He's got like an imaginary friend. And then I watched the movie, and I was like, oh, fuck, that was like not a thing I was supposed to know.
That's so funny. You're just like, oh, he's make-believe. That's weird.
Oh, that's cool. It's like Drop Dead Fred, but for adults. Like,
a lot more blood. It's cool.
God. It's great. Oh god.
So funny.
And we'll close out on this topic. Wonder Woman 84 was across the board. I don't think anybody gave it a good review. And it leads me to the question, will DC ever have a good movie franchise besides Batman?
No. Fucking no. Hard.
I agree. I don't necessarily know. I haven't seen Wonder Woman 84 yet, so I don't know. The one before it was very good.
Yeah.
I heard.
Wonder Woman's a good movie. So it's
Yeah.
like maybe Woman is the good franchise, because I remember people said that when Thor 2 came out, because Thor 2 is not as good as Thor 1 and definitely not as good as fucking Thor like
Ragnarok.
3.
Yeah.
Ragnarok's great. But it's just interesting, man. I think it's just tough when it's just like all of the DC movies feel different. Like that's the one thing that Marvel's done such a good job.
Yeah.
Like the only thing I can think of is, dude, that fucking Shazam movie is awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and if they make another good one after that, maybe. But if Shazam 2 sucks, then no, DC can't do anything right, and they should stick to animated movies.
Yeah, their animated movies are very good. I will say that their animated movies are awesome.
Yeah, Slizzy in the chat just brought that up as well, that their animated world is way better than their actual live version.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like how good the animated ones are. It's just like they're like works of art, and it's just crazy that the cartoon ones are better movies than literally everything other than the Christopher Nolan Batman films.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I don't know what it is about like the Nolan Batman trilogy that makes them so like the upper echelon of superhero movies. But like I will say, like, I haven't watched really like a lot of DC movies just because they have not like piqued my interest.
Yeah.
Like the only one I've watched has been like, I pretty much checked out after like Batman v Superman. You know, I like, and like I didn't hate the movie, but it was just like, it wasn't really that interesting to me.
My opinion on it for why the Batman ones feel different is, one, they were made without the idea of we're going to do this big cinematic universe. And two, Christopher Nolan is the best director who's ever directed a superhero movie. Like it's just, he's like top 10 directors of all time. And he's like, yeah, I'll make 3 superhero films. Like, what the actual fuck? And they're just all perfect. I think I like all 3 of them like a lot. Dark Knight's really, really good, but I think all 3 of them are very, 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 very good movies. Have you watched any of those, Christine? Do you like Batman at all?
I've watched the Batman ones.
Okay, there we go.
I have watched movies. No, not interested in movies. Cut them up into 30-minute, segments, and then I'll watch them. DC makes better games though. Those Batman games are very. I haven't played the new Avengers or anything like that. Did you play any of the Arkham City or Arkham Asylum, Christine, like the Batman beat 'em up games? I don't own them. I played like other people's, and I do remember enjoying those. My favorite, not obviously, but a lot of people's favorite is the Spider-Man, which I have now.
Those are very good.
Yeah.
Those Spider-Man games
fantastic. I mean, like I mentioned Infamous before, but it's like that and Infamous are the only 2 games that I can think of where it's like, I feel like a goddamn superhero. Like,
is there a superhero that you want to see a good game made of? Like, if you could have one where it's like, I don't know how the game would go, but it would be like, I guarantee you it will be as good as the Spider-Man and the Arkham games. What's a superhero you would want to see with a game that good?
That's kind of Green Lantern. Can you imagine? Like going around, flying around the city, and you can like pull out your power ring and like just a giant fist that just rockets a bad guy into like outer space. That'd be fucking awesome. That'd be so dope. And you can like fly to other planet. Obviously, I don't think that would ever do that, but like you fly into outer space, defend from extraterrestrial threats too. That'd be so dope.
I want like an X-Men game like that.
That'd be cool.
So bad. Because it's like there was an older, like I liked X-Men or Wolverine Origins. Like that was like a game on the PS2. And I remember that being pretty fun, but I want that. Like I want them to take the film Logan, and I want Old Man Logan Wolverine video game where he is ripping people to fucking shreds.
That movie was so good.
Like a Wolverine that can die. Yeah, let's do this shit like right now. Plus it's just there's so many different mutant powers in X-Men. Having an open world game where you can be Magneto and just pick buildings off the ground and like pick up tanks.
So fucking cool.
That'd be so badass. Storm.
And that would be so easy to make you feel like a badass too if you wanted to. Like have a level where you like play as Magneto and you just go around picking up fucking cop cars and rocketing them into whatever. Like fucking helicopters and shit. That'd be
Or there's
so
like-
dope.
Or there's like open world in your storm, and you just get to have a tornado come through something and
Yeah.
like have a fucking like lightning bolt strike people, and it's just like this is amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of options, and I feel like the main problem is like I feel like a lot of times they just pick like the big name superheroes to like do for like Batman, you know, Superman, like the Avengers, stuff like that, instead of dipping into like the slightly lesser well known, even though like all of those characters are like pretty well known, but like they're well known for people who like know like, you know, the source material. But you could totally make super badass games that totally tickle all of those like those receptors in your brain if you just dip to some other characters.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Christine? Who pops in your head?
I mean, honestly, the first thing that popped in my head was that movie where it's like he's like Superman, but he's a child and is evil. Like, I think
that would be
That would
fucking
be really cool.
awesome.
be a little boy tearing the
Brightburn.
whole world. It would be like destroy all humans.
Brightburn.
Yeah, that would be that's cool, actually.
That is a great idea for a game, Christine.
Mom, awesome.
You're an evil superhero child, and you're just
that kind of reminds me of the game Lucifer, which was like a really weird like game where you play as like a little kid whose dad is like the devil or whatever, and like you get a bunch of evil powers and stuff, and you like fucking murder everyone in your house and then set your house on fire and fucking get the hell out of there. So you could totally do something like that. It'll be fucking awesome.
That would be awesome, playing an evil child that was just like coming into their own path. Oh, that would be terrifying. That movie looked scary. Like just the thought of just like a child you can't control that's like murdering people that make them upset, because kids just get so angry over nothing.
Yeah.
You stole my popsicle, you have to die.
Yeah. Yep. Their fucking PS4 crashes while playing Cyberpunk, and he just kills everybody in the apartment complex.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I like being like evil characters. I think the only video game based off of a movie that I've enjoyed is like I have this old like PS2 game, and it's Jaws, and you're just a shark and you just eat people swimming.
Have you played the Maneater game? Like the new one that's come out? That's the shark game for PS4.
Yeah.
It's literally
just a shark eating people.
It's literally like Jaws. You are apparently it's really fun, and you're just swimming through the ocean, and like the bosses are like just people hanging out in the water.
Yeah.
And so you're attacking boats and you're ripping people to shreds.
Yeah.
Like I think you should look that up as soon as you get off here, because I think you would think it's awesome, because they usually run sales on it for the PlayStation Store. Like my buddy Paige, he got it and he said he beat it in like 10 hours, but he said it was like it's a really fun ride because you're just like just killing people in this beach. That's awesome.
I have, yeah.
Snacking Slizzy brought up a Deathstroke game versus DC heroes and supervillains, which I think would be cool. Kind of
that would be very
Assassin's
cool.
Creed type.
Yeah, like a
type
stealthy
thing.
game. Yeah,
Ooh.
that could be really fun. Yeah, because that's people kind of like. I feel like a lot of people kind of like just pass over that genre just because it's like it's hard to make like a status after. I feel like after Assassin's Creed happened, people were just like, well, it's hard. That's shit. Look what we have to contend with. But like, I feel like it's always worth it to try.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree. I like games where I don't really love stealth games. I like games where it's literally you can do either or. There is no right or wrong way. Like my one of my best friends, she loves the Dishonored series.
Yeah.
And we play those games very differently because she is someone that very much like she tries to make it through with killing the fewest amount of people possible. And I'm like, man, that's impressive. And she's done it. And I'm just like, I need to kill everyone. Like I'm here to kill and bring vengeance upon these people. But that was the Deathstroke game idea is amazing. The Deadpool game was okay. It's silly fucking fun, but Deadpool's another character where it's just like
good for what it was. Like I really liked that game for what it was. I mean, it was a $20 game.
But Deathstroke, great. Yeah, Deathstroke, great choice. That would be amazing. That would be very
I'd like
fun.
to see a Spawn game. Would be like a really good Spawn.
Like a good one.
Like because there's always been an okay Spawn game, but I think like the lore and the characters are so cool that you could really make this really cool like anti-hero universe, and just like. And he has, his cape can do all that cool stuff. So
yeah. See, I want a good Hellboy game. I love Hellboy.
Cool.
Because there's like one on the 360 that's okay, but it's like the bare minimum of the word okay.
Yeah.
Like his movements are slow, and it's like I want Hellboy, but I want the combat to be like literally like the Spider-Man games or the Arkham games. Like that type of combat is just so perfect with a counter system, and just because I think that they don't do enough of like stuff like Hellboy and like Deadpool. You can have a very good, very funny video game.
Yeah.
And it's like and I think my favorite game that's also very funny is like I think South Park proved you can make a great game and also it be fucking hysterical. And I think they could do that with Deadpool or Hellboy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean it's one of those things where you don't even have to make it this massive open world game. You can make it like the Deadpool game was a linear game. It wasn't like it was incredibly open world, but it was like it was good for what it was worth. It was like watching a good movie. Like I enjoyed it. To where it's like you don't need to make them these long, expansive, immersive games. You can make it a small linear game and it can still be fun.
Right.
I agree.
So I hope we see more of that.
I think we will.
Yeah.
I think we will.
Yeah, I think the Spider-Man PS4 games really kind of like sort of like the Arkham stuff, Arkham City and all that. I feel like they kind of proved that you could do like a satisfying superhero game and like make really, really good ones. And then I think the Spider-Man one proved that like you can do it with other characters too.
Yeah, I agree.
Make them better.
Because Batman's kind of made for that type of stuff. Because he's not too crazy overpowering. It's basically just a fighting game where he has a few gadgets and stuff. And they're like, no, we can have a really satisfying one where you have actual superpowers and you're not just a rich white guy.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think? I think we were talking about villain games. Sinister Six game with all the Spider-Man villains.
That would be fun.
That could be cool.
Fun. That could be
fun.
That
would slap.
Yeah. Like you have to go around and get all the Sinister Six to team up against Spider-Man. That could be fun.
That would be fun.
And like you could like select different characters. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is a good episode, Barry.
Yeah. Well,
I think this one turned out pretty good.
Yeah. And we got a dream team lineup for this week and knocked it out of the park,
Hell yeah, dude.
But thanks to everybody that tuned in. Thanks to our guests, Christine Odell and Josh Witcher.
O'Day, get the name right. Barry, O'Day.
I'm terrible.
She's not a
shitty
laptop. You're Christine Odell, dude.
Well, I will have the proper spelling on the description in the YouTube video that will be released tomorrow, as well as Josh Witcher's contact info and all the stuff to see where he's at. Follow him on Twitter. You should. I'm Christine hilarious on Twitter as well. And as always, check out Winston Hodges, Grieving Productively, and Radbod available.
Yeah, check it out.
And we will see you next Sunday at 5 p.m. for Comics and Consoles. Have a good night, y'all.
Later. Thanks, Christine. Thanks.